at any moment. Like the first session, I will indeed record this session and send it to all of you in a recap, like I did part 1, along with some instructions and screenshots that cover a little bit of what we cover in the session. So part 1 was very much about just setting up the account and how you want to think about YouTube as a larger part of your marketing strategy. Welcome to part 2. We are going to be diving into the actual editing of the YouTube channel itself, as well as how will you upload content and manage all of the videos that you have and utilize all of the tools available in the YouTube studio. For those who do not remember, my name is Anuj. I am the field marketing specialist here in Santa Cruz and Monterey County. My allergies are acting up a little bit today, so I'm going to apologize in advance for any throat clearing that you hear throughout the course of the class today. I've got some tea, so we should be able to get through this just fine. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to dive right into the session. Give me one moment here. I've got the PowerPoint shared. Switch to the desktop here. And let's go back to YouTube. All right, your account is set up. We've got everything linked the way we need to. Or if you have an existing YouTube account, I'm going to show you, we talked about creating that brand account to be the overarching manager of the account that will be the account that manages the YouTube channel that you will be working as a part of your business. What we want to do, now that you're signed in, we're going to go ahead and click on the little icon of your head, or it should just be a gray person if you haven't uploaded your headshot yet. And the first thing I want to show you guys is we're going to dive right into settings. Now, when you get to settings, all of the items here, right here, in regard to channel status, we don't really need the create new channel, but this information, when you hit edit on Google, this is going to take you to your Google account. For your brand accounts, this is where you'll edit your business information and your business contact information, hours, etc. This is where, again, you can change your Google account settings. And this is in regards to YouTube Premium. It has nothing to do with any business relevance, so we're not going to talk about it. The rest of the stuff here also isn't very pertinent to what your users will get out of YouTube. Almost all of this is constricted to your actual experience on YouTube itself. So for example, notifications. This is a good point to check. You can be notified when you get subscriptions. If you don't want things about videos, you can see changes will save as you make them, and all you have to do is click to turn something off. Activity on my channel, activity on comments, replies to comments, if someone mentions me, if they share my stuff. Permission to send emails, if you want product updates, or if you just want creator updates, things that are pertinent to people that are uploading videos on YouTube channels. It's always good to stay in the know about that. But things like playback and performance, all of this pertains solely to you using YouTube. I do recommend you can keep your playlists and your subscriptions private from your consumer base. But if it's purely a business channel and you're never watching anything on YouTube with that channel logged in, then you don't need to worry about that. And when I say that, I mean, as you can see here, I'm logged into this account, but you'll see a switch account option. If I wanted to sign into a different Google account or a different YouTube channel, I can do that here. Or if I have a brand account that is managing multiple YouTube channels, you will see them listed here and you can switch back and forth. That is different from connected accounts. This is purely for most of this is for gamers, so I'm not going to talk about it. It's about linking other apps to your YouTube experience. Watch on TV, much like it sounds like. Billing and payments, again, only pertains to the buying of movies and stuff on YouTube, as well as the YouTube Premium. But advanced settings is something we want to check out. This is your channel ID. This is that URL. You go youtube.com/this to get to my channel, for example. Having a custom URL comes with requirements. You have to join the YouTube Partner Program, and before that happens, you have to have a minimum number of subscribers and a minimum number of hours of content made available. You can learn more about that here, but that'll generally happen down the road as this becomes a bigger part of your brand and your agent exposure grows and your business portfolio itself grows. This here is where you can move something to a brand account. So if you've created a brand account, you have an existing YouTube channel, you just want it managed by a different account, all you would do, for example, if I were doing that for me, all you would do is you'd confirm that this is your account. It is going to ask you to verify. I will say yes. It's going to send a code to my cell phone where I can say, do I want to change my settings? I push the number that shows up on the screen, and as you can see, it verifies that it's me. And then I would type in the account that I want to connect it to here. You have to create that brand account, and then you can move this channel's management to a different account. Outside of that, the only other thing you'll find in advanced settings is delete the channel. Self-explanatory. I'm going to go back to account for a second, and let's look at advanced settings before we dive. Sorry, not advanced settings. Let's go back to the account and look at channel status and features before we dive into the rest of the settings or the videos. What you'll find here is just a couple of general areas that are always good to review every now and again. This is, let me see if I can make that any bigger. There you go. If you want people to be able to share your videos, upload and stuff, you can enable the information here, as well as verification for videos over a certain length. You can have it require phone verification, just like the login. You'll have to do something similar. They're just security purposes if you want them. Basic info. You want to come in here and fill out keywords for your channel. I'll include some information about that in the recap. But for example, I'll have real estate, education, training, and we just, again, we want to make sure this is correct. If you have a brand account, this is where you can change the account name. So if I wanted it to be the channel to be named something else, I can do that here. Upload defaults. Once it pops up. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and just save that, and then let's open back up because sometimes you get a little glitchy because I'm streaming. Upload defaults. This is where, think of this like your signature. Go into the description. Your titles are rarely going to have repeating things in them, but your descriptions, every description should at minimum always have your contact information, your phone number, email, etc., your name. So this is where you can add that signature in. You only get to do text, so be conscious of that. You'll have to type it out, and then you can. This will show up. You'll see when we upload a video where the information will automatically populate. So if I want to add my information for examples purposes, I'm just going to go to an email I have sent, grab my signature real quick, and we're going to paste it right in here. You can automatically make your videos certain visibility. Not going to worry about that. Tags, again, certain things like real estate, education, Coldwell Banker, California, Monterey. You know, you guys get the idea. Certain basic tags that are always going to be there. Go ahead and get them in here now. Advanced settings, you don't really need to fuss with any of this, so do not worry about it. Permissions, again, this is if you have multiple accounts under management, you can invite those additional accounts to be able to gain access to your YouTube channel from here. Community, again, only pertains to additional YouTube channels that are connected to you. This is some advanced stuff. You guys don't really need to worry about this in agreements. This is just if you want to read YouTube's terms of service and their Creative Commons license, you can do so here. When you're done with everything, make sure you hit that save button, and bam. Now what you're looking at, if we click, I'm gonna go back to YouTube real quick. If you're from the home page and you click your little head, YouTube Studio is what we are in now. This will bring you right to the YouTube dashboard. On the left, you're going to see your latest video performance. Think of it like snapshot analytics for the latest videos. You've got a quick breakdown for, in my case, my 4 most recent videos. Latest comments, you can see here. News, which pertains to YouTube, and this middle column, you can think about it, you got 3 columns, right? Some instant snapshot analytics here for individual videos. You've got news in the middle, including what's new in the YouTube studio. Always handy. Ideas for you. This section pertains a little bit more to YouTube specific analytics, things that you can do as a creator to drive more traffic, things like that, if that's something we're focused on. This is something you can get into more detail with your marketing specialist, because again, you're not necessarily focused on being a YouTube creator as much as we are using YouTube as a part of your marketing strategy to gain more consumers and drive existing consumers to your website. Channel analytics, much like it sounds like. This 3rd column is snapshot analytics for the entire channel, including recent subscribers right there. That is dashboard. Underneath, you're going to see videos. This, much like it sounds like, is your video library. You can see everything you have uploaded to the channel. And you'll see in all of these columns, you've got the video itself. Every time I hover over it, you've got kind of a snapshot here of things for that video. Some of them are, as you'll see, similar to icons here. Edit is the pencil, which will take you to the details of a specific video. Analytics, all of the analytic buttons on these are for the specific video, whereas the analytic button here is for the channel as a whole. We'll dive into those in just a sec. I'm going to put a pin in that. Comments, again, specific for the videos. Comments on your left-hand menu for the channel as a whole. And then if you click those 3 little dots, you've got, again, you can go into edit. You can get the link to share. Promote, not going to talk about that. You guys don't need to think about that. You can download specific videos or you can delete them forever. Visibility pertains to the status of which you've uploaded that video. Public videos can be available to everybody. So when we were on my channel yesterday and we clicked on videos, actually we can go to my channel right here and click on the videos tab. Anything listed as public shows up here and consumers can see that. Anything unlisted is only available to people you send the links or that video to. So if you were in my region, you get videos every Monday and Friday from me, included in InTouch blasts that I send out. They are unlisted videos. My consumers, anyone that is on my YouTube channel, can't see them. Like, as you can see, my Friday message and Monday message from last Friday and this Monday. But all of my agents can see them because they get access to it from the link in the email. And the last option is private. Private videos are only available to the user, i.e. you, and anyone that you have given access to the channel. So if you're just using YouTube at the moment to house something, or it's temporary, it's not finished yet, that's how you would do that. Restrictions will pertain to any violations you may have for a specific video or anything that you have set for a specific video. I forgot, in the settings here, you will see, so like, for example, if you're talking about the permissions, upload defaults, there is, here we are. So in channel, under advanced settings, you always want to go in here and automatically select no for when it comes for, is this channel and are the videos being uploaded made for kids? While the videos are kid friendly, the YouTube Kids algorithm operates very differently from the one we are trying to leverage for our consumer base. And instead of having to do this on every video, if you do it here, you don't have to worry about it. But that's what this also pertains to. So if you have something limited just for kids, it will show up here. If you used music that you don't have the copyright to and it gets flagged, that will show up here. The sort date, the default, what you're looking at is the date of the video upload, self-explanatory. And again, a quick snapshot at analytics, you can see what's been going on with this specific videos. If you click the analytics button, you will see engagement, reach, all of that, how long, retention for specific videos in different gaps that are made available. Obviously, this video has only been up for less than 28 days, so less than 30 days. So what I see is the last 28. Analytics are important. You don't need me to harp on that. You've probably heard it in a ton of different kind of classes. This is how you can figure out what kind of return you're getting on the collateral you are putting out. What engages with your consumer? You need to make stuff that keeps you top of mind with your consumer base and your sphere. And this is where you can gauge what videos are doing that and at what level. Editor brings you into the basic video editor made available on YouTube. So you've got your video timeline at the top, your audio timeline at the bottom. You can add music into a video, you can blur things or add cards to a specific video. We're going to get into that aspect a little bit later. This isn't the greatest video editor out there, and me and some of my colleagues do classes on some video editing software you can use, but this is fairly easy to use. Everything made available in here is on the Creative Commons license. You will be free to use it. You just click add, and just like that, the track will auto fit to adjust. You have to hit save any changes you made. I am going to discard that. Again, you can see comments. And then the cool thing about YouTube, I'm going to jump over comments because that's, self-explanatory, is subtitles. You're always going to want to come in here and make sure that the subtitles get automated for the videos you make. That is why it is very important to make sure you're practicing your diction and your enunciation in the videos that you create, because the better you do that, the better the automated system will be at capturing your voice and putting that to text properly. Captions are huge. As you can see, when you hit edit, I can see everything that's in here. I can come in here and edit what I want to. I can add punctuation where needed if I wanted to clean it up, if that matters to me. But I digress. Captions give you the opportunity to make sure you're not excluding the deaf and hard of hearing community, especially because the types of videos you may be creating for your sphere, everything we do is about staying top of mind with your consumer, getting them to recognize your brand, engage with your brand, or engage with a specific asset that we're marketing, like a listing, or if it's a community video, or if you're doing something to cross-promote a local charity, things like that, whatever the case may be. Sometimes your consumer is in a space where they see the video, and they may not be able to watch it right away, or they can watch it, but they can't listen to it perfectly, like they're on a bus, or they're out and about, or they're in the waiting room somewhere. Captions are clutch in making sure that your message still gets across. And YouTube does a lot of the lifting for you. As you can see, all you have to do here is publish. You can also download the captions that are in here and then utilize them. As you can see, you can download them in whatever format you need and utilize them in other places you are going to put the video for cross promotion. So really, really cool fact there. I'm going to go back and let's look at, as you can see, subtitles again will show you the whole channel. The audio library is where I grabbed that music from. You've got music and sound effects. Now, when you go through the library as a whole, you can see there's tons of different filters for mood, genre, length. You can look for specific artists. You can look for attribution, where attribution is not required. Some of these will require you to put, song created by so-and-so in the description of your video, which is fine. None of them are really going to require payment because that's not how this system is built to work. But ton of great things that you can find in here for your videos, again, as an asset made available at cost, which is nothing. When you're looking at playlists, again, self-explanatory. This is where you can create and group videos in that you've uploaded to make things easy for your consumers. So again, I've got Coldwell Banker classes. If I were an agent, I would have, one playlist full of television commercials, which is all the stuff I'm getting out of Listing Concierge. I'd have another one of property tours that I'm shooting. I'd have another one of community-related videos. And again, you can group things for your consumers, make it easy for them to navigate and easy for them to function with. Analytics, just like I said, are clutch for viewing what engagement you have with your consumer base. As you can see, those spikes are upload dates. You can see the videos themselves. This breaks down the channel as a whole. You're always going to want to revisit these and manage them just like you would anything else you are marketing, whether it's ads online, whether it's website traffic or engagement on newsletters or other emails coming out of your CRM. You need to know what's working so you can make those kind of changes to your marketing plan if there are changes that need to be made. If you're not sure where to get started with some of that kind of stuff and how to analyze the stuff, again, that's where your field marketing specialist comes in. Reach out, set up an appointment, start breaking this kind of stuff down to be a part of your plan. Now that we've kind of gone over some of those basics here, let's go and upload a video and look at some of the final steps that you want to do. Everywhere you are on YouTube, you're going to see this little camera with a plus. You can go live, a whole other class in and of itself, or you can upload a video. As you can see, when I'm on the main channel, it's just this little gray part right here. Whenever you're at home, it's the same kind of thing. All you have to do is click on it, upload video. Will take you to a spot where you can drag and drop a video, or you can do it the old-fashioned way. You can select a file. In my case, I'm going to go to my downloads and grab a video. And it will start uploading. First things you're going to see, the title. Think about, again, what conveys the message easiest to my consumer. My channel is for my agents. This is the class I was teaching, and the date, let's say it was the 6th. You can see here the auto population of basically my signature. I'm going to go ahead now and put the description for my video is where you will type in the rest, and all of this kind of stuff will automatically show up every time, save you a little bit of time and effort. Thumbnail. Again, thinking about conscious branding, you can upload your own thumbnails, or you're going to get the option to make one out of 3 different points that it will automatically generate from the video you are uploading. But utilize this opportunity for branding. If you've got a personal logo, again, put it here. I'm a big fan. Let's say we talk about using my example. You've got those 3 playlists. You can have one thumbnail for your market information, property tours, etc. You could have one thumbnail for your TV commercials, and you could have a final thumbnail for community-related videos. That way, your consumer, at a glance, when you upload something new, will know, especially ones that are starting to follow you and engage with you on a regular basis, will know exactly what kind of video they're looking at from the get-go. I can drop this. This is a class. All of my playlists will automatically show up here. Or you can create a new playlist right from this section. Give it a title, make it visible right away, or make it private if you want to edit it, and hit create. That new playlist will show up. All you have to do is check the box and it will be added to it. Again, if you have not automatically selected no, you will have to make sure you choose an option each time. Always make it no. Next is where you can add various cards and elements to the video. You have to wait for it to be processed before it can do that. And I should have chosen a shorter video for my upload today, but I can do that with a different video. Lastly, you're going to see visibility is the option. Now, your YouTube link is already available. You can share this right out of the gate with the consumers. If I click on it, but like it noted with the title cards, what a consumer is going to see right out of the gate is we are processing this video, check back later. Depending on the size of the video and the quality you shot it in, the video may take anywhere from 3 minutes to 45 minutes to upload. Again, also determines on the capability of the internet you have. Private, unlisted, public, all of the options we went over. You can also set an instant premiere, which will notify everyone that's on your follow list on the YouTube channel. You can also schedule videos to premiere. Again, if you're thinking about how do you leverage something, say you did a property tour that was live, you can upload the condensed video of that you've cut and edited and schedule it to premiere on a certain date, blast that out through your CRM to your consumer base, and leverage something like that to create some hype about your new marketing piece, whatever that may be. I'm going to go ahead and go back because now that this is done, I can go to video elements. You can import ones that you've already created, much like the signature, right? You can create one on a video that you really like or create one for the specific type of video and then reuse it over and over again to make your life easier. But in regards to showing you what you've got here, here is where you can add various elements. For example, if this was a class, I could put, this is a class, so I could put here, you've got 3 options. You can put your most recent upload, will show up there. I can let the algorithm choose one of my videos best for that user. So depending on what this video is and what we're trying to capture, you can let the algorithm do that and then feed a new video from your channel to the user. Or I can choose a specific video and say, if you want to see my class previous to this, go ahead and click on that box there. If you click on my face, it will subscribe you to my channel. And if you guys watch YouTube, you see YouTubers do that at the end of their videos. If they have those kind of end cards built in, you can shoot those. And this is where you can add those clickable ID cards to your YouTube channel and move them wherever they need to be. If you're pointing this way in the video, you can move it there. All you have to do is hit save to save those. And obviously choose where you would like the element to go. Outside of that, once you've set the visibility that you want, make this just unlisted for the time being, you hit save. Video will be published. You can, again, drop it wherever it needs to go. But again, I suggest you wait a little while just to make sure that not only the video has uploaded completely, but is processed in HD. Because initially it'll only be available in standard definition until the entire processing finishes. Once you're in videos, you will see it is available here. If I hit edit the details, it will take me back to this specific section where I can see the quality made available. I can edit any of the options that are here. I can add my end cards if I'd like to add or replace new ones. And I can also go in here and check subtitles, change it, the type of category. Don't really fuss with any of the licensing stuff. But if you're interested in putting the record date and location, those are always valuable for SEO purposes on YouTube. Any changes, again, you want to make sure you save. Outside of that, in regards to uploading a video, I know I'm running a little bit over. The last thing I want to talk about, let's go back to your channel. How do you edit this opening page? This is where that customize channel button comes right into play. You click on that, and again, that's the button when you're viewing your channel in YouTube, when you're logged in. This is the user experience with the exception of these two buttons here. When you click Customize Channel, it brings you right to a handy window where you can do exactly all of those things I talked about yesterday. Choose the channel trailer for people that haven't subscribed. So if I have a specific video that I want to put there, I can select it. Video for returning subscribers. I always have my latest class there, so I need to change that to my YouTube one. So I'm going to click on that and drop that there. And I can manage my playlists from here. You can remove a new section. You can add a section from pre-selected options. Again, there's not a lot of play here. All you want to do is make things easy for your consumers. How can I group my videos best for their needs? Where in my case, it's just classes and all of the uploads. But for you guys, like I said, let's say I've got 3 different categories of videos that I'm uploading to the channel. So you'll add 3 specific sections and you can create, single playlist, multiple playlist, and then add videos to that playlist. You can add up to 10 sections if you feel the need to have that many. Featured channels is where you can share. There's no real SEO purposes that happen here in the same way you think like LinkedIn. This is just, again, for channels you would like to feature. If you got Coldwell Banker, anybody that you're following, or anybody that, so like if I wanted to add another one of my agents, you just type them in, and just like that, it's done. And you've got another featured channel. Once you're done making any, before you do that, as you see, that's just the layout stuff. Branding is where, much like we talked about, you will upload your headshot. You can upload your banner image. And the handy thing about this is I'm going to go, let's say I want to upload mine. You will see here how it will crop based on the device your consumer is looking at. All devices, desktop, and TV. So be conscious about where your branding is on that image you are using for the header here. Make sure it's dead center. I'm gonna hit done because I like the crop. You can also remove, but self-explanatory. Watermark. So again, if you've got a logo, this is where you would drop that, and it will automatically add that watermark right to every video. You can have it at the end of the video, at the start of the video, or through the entire video. Again, for branding purposes, this is something that makes sure that your stuff and your brand and the imaging behind it all is constantly in your consumer's face, and it helps them remember it and endear it to you as a person. Lastly, basic info. This is where channel description should be your bio in a summary form if it's over 1,000 characters. I mean, again, no one's really going to read your full bio here, but you want that snapshot for SEO purposes and for just consumer knowledge. The links here to additional social networks, again, to drive consumers back. You're always going to want to make sure your website is front and center. You can add additional links, give it a title, put the URL there, delete by clicking on the trash can. You can choose how many, up to 5, can be featured. When that says across the banner, we're talking right here. And lastly, the contact info. So like I said, that brand account email is never client facing if you go in here and type in your actual email, because then when a consumer goes to the about section and they want to view the email address, they'll see whatever is appropriate to contact you. And that is the basics. That is part 2 of YouTube. I hope everybody enjoyed that session. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen and allow you guys to open up the floor for any questions that you have. Feel free. I'm going to check the chat as well to see if there are any questions. Ingrid, if you are registered for the class in Sales Pro, your email will be on the list. But if not, I've got it here in the chat. So I'll make sure I'll resend part one because I assume you're saying that because you didn't get it. Any questions I can answer for anybody? Feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat. I am going to take the opportunity then to go ahead in the chat. You will see a link to the survey that is, whoops, that is not the survey. That is my signature. I am going to post the link to the survey that you will get in the recap. But if you would like to fill it out from here, it goes right to my management team. I, much like they, appreciate any feedback that you can offer. Helps make me a better instructor for all of you, and it's always handy if you've got any constructive criticism or you just want to say something nice. I would appreciate anything. You are welcome, Joel. I am glad you found this valuable. Again, if anybody has anything they would like to, if you've got deeper questions, feel free to email me, reach out to your marketing specialist. If you've created a channel, feel free to shoot it to me. If you've got additional questions about like fine tuning things, etc. But this, just like any facet of your marketing plan, should be something you have fun with and enjoy doing, because I'm a big proponent of that kind of stuff. Definitely registers and can read